Yes. You're expected in the command room. Pray do not keep the Admiral waiting.
There used to be a hamlet beyond South Tidegate in western La Noscia. Hearthstone, it was called. Some years prior to the Maelstrom's founding, Leviathan rose from the briny depths and set about unleashing watery hell upon us. On that occasion, the Company of Heroes put him down before he could do too much damage. But when the bastard came next, this time in the wake of the calamity, we were not so fortunate. Weary of ravaging our shoreline, he summoned a tidal wave which fair leveled Hearthstone and washed the soil away for good measure.
The area was subsequently occupied by the Sahagin.
Aye, the thrice-damned creatures transformed it into a spawning ground for their brood. Given the quantity of crystal stolen to feed him and his legion of thralls, we can be fairly sure that Leviathan is stronger now than in his previous incarnations. If that sea demon is left to wreak havoc, what befell Hearthstone may well befall a larger settlement, even Limsa. That cannot happen. The Primal must be stopped.
That was ever our objective, Admiral. But how are we to achieve it? The sea is Leviathan's uncontested domain. The ships of the 3rd Squadron could not close to within 100 yards of the Primal, nor could their cannons pierce his defenses.
I have read the reports, Master Thancred. Our warships may as well have been bloody pleasure barges for all the good they did. 7 hells! Is there no way that we might strike back?
The Company of Heroes defeated Leviathan, having first lured him into an inlet, but we must needs contend with him upon the open sea. It will avail us little to consult past experience.
Admiral, if I may.
He speaks!
Speak freely, Marshal.
By all accounts, Leviathan's most formidable weapon is the very sea itself. Waves and whirlpools, tides and currents, all these things are his to command. The key to victory, I believe, lies in disarming our foe. This, in effect, is what the Company of Heroes achieved with their ruse. We cannot lure Leviathan from the sea a second time. But what if we could weaken his hold upon the element of water? I have heard of devices capable of such wonders. They draw upon the power of corrupted crystals, I am told.
Uh-huh.
If mounted upon a ship, such a device might be used to prevent Leviathan from bringing the full force of the sea to bear against us, rendering him no more dangerous than any other sea serpent.
Of course! Sid built a similar device to grant the Enterprise safe passage through Garuda's Tempest, did he not?
Yep.
Begging your pardon, my lady, but to give credit where it's due, this is something I heard from an old arcanist friend of mine.
It makes little difference who thought of it first, so long as it works. Beg the specifications of this device from your friend, and I shall pass them on to our people at Naldic and Vermelis. But before we proceed any further, I would voice one concern. Piercing Garuda's defenses is one thing. Suppressing Leviathan's attacks, quite another. In matters of science, I am as a babbling babe. but I cannot well imagine that such a feat would be possible without a veritable mountain of corrupted crystals. The question being, do we have a ship big enough to bear such
Never
a
realized
burden?
her eyes were like a piercing white.
Mayhap not, Admiral, but two might. Recall you the tale of Mistbeard's greatest haul? It is said that he lashed two ships together, side by side, the better to bear his plunder. By your leave, we might attempt to repeat the trick. The gods know it would be quicker than building a new vessel.
Mistbeard did this. Truly, Marshal, upon the subject of the Pirate King, you are as a scholar.
Now, from what I have gleaned of these matters, the device will need to be in close and constant proximity to the target. To wit, we must lash our twin vessel to Leviathan. This in itself will be no small feat. Ramming speed will be required, but given the weight of the cargo, that will only be attainable with the aid of a towing vessel.
Why are you smiling at me, bro? I can't tow a ship.
Suffice it to say, the task of piloting said vessel will entail considerable danger, and I would not ask it of another. I volunteer myself.
'Twill be dangerous for all involved, but we have no better recourse. Very well. Commodore, assemble the remnants of the fleet at Morabee Bay. Give priority to our soundest vessels. The repairs can wait. Storm Marshal Slafierson, command of the operation is yours. I want that twin vessel ready to sail post-haste.
At once, Admiral.
And then there is the small matter of slaying the beast. The fate of Limsa Lominsa rests upon your shoulders once again. Go well, Warrior of Light.
Beings held as gods also exist in what you call the Far East. Legends tell us that they walked among us in days of yore, but I confess that I never truly believed them. That I should live to behold one is humbling and horrifying in equal measure. Now that I've come to face with the Primal, I do begin to understand why Garleans fear them so. What is it? Message, Admiral. I judged it the best that it be delivered at once. I am listening. According to the Yellow Jackets, a man has appeared who claims to have defeated Leviathan? Eh? One of the company of heroes? The details are yet hazy, Admiral. We have dispatched one of our own to question the individual. I'm disinclined to put any store by his claim, and even should it be true, it is as your Stola said, none save the company of heroes have bested Leviathan, and we know how they went about it. If this man is of their number, what could he tell us that we do not know already? And yet, having wagered Limsa's survival on 2 ships, some rope, and a pile of crystals, can we afford to ignore this man? If his testimony could yield us any manner of advantage, should we not hear it? Damn it all. The twin vessel will soon be ready. We have no time to wait for the Maelstrom's report on this supposed Primal Slayer's claims. Machias. Seek him out and learn what he knows. At the very least, it will spare you the torment of waiting for the reckoning of idleness. Stoic nod. The man you're looking for is believed to be a resident of the Grey Fleet in the lower Lanosia. The Storm Private sent to question him should be already be in the vicinity. May your journey prove fruitful. Oh, we don't have a... Well, we do, but it's all the way down there. Okay. I don't have it yet. Okay, what's closest? Eastern? This one. Bum bum bada bum 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 do 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 do. Is it this guy again? This is oh man. Now look here, you. They'll have your bloody story right after you carry those sacks of grain over to the mill. But sir, that's what you said before you had me pick those origins for you. And before I mucked out the chocobo stables. And before I this guy, dude. And his tidy whities. Gods, man, I've worked 3 days straight without a wink of sleep. 3 days, and do you hear me complaining? Bah, I suppose some of us ain't made for the rougher stuff. Alright, I'll give you what you want. Never let it be said that old Trucktomb ain't a generous soul. Now prick up your ears, because I won't be repeating myself. Too modest, see? Besides, there's only so much epicness a man can take in one sitting. Ahem, the tale of Trucktomb's epic story, or victory over the dread primal Leviabetus. Come on, man, really? This guy. Oh my god. Now, Leviabetus is huge, make no mistake. To give you an idea how big, each of his scales is about as wide across his members long, and that's no mean feat, let me tell you. When I fought him, I could barely see for all the brine he was spitting me with. Must have been a lagoon's worth at least. He even knocked me trusty axe out of my hands at one stage. Of course, that proved to be a grave mistake. What happened next? Why, I grabbed him by the tail and tied him up in knots. But not wanting to take all the glory for myself, I let me mates in the company of heroes handle the rest. Like I said, I'm modest as well as heroic. Mayhap too modest. Now there's some as say you can never truly be Leviabetus. What? Oh man. To learn to live with him and make the best bad situation out of company though. Oh my god. Did you see that? He was like... I'm sorry, I didn't mean I was just enjoying the attention is all. I take back everything I said. I was never part of the company of heroes. I'm no marauder. I'm actually a complete coward. I'm nothing. I'm chocobo dung. I'm the vacancy be wriggling in the chocobo dung. I have to lie to a woman to tumble them, and they don't happen much. Me members tiny. It's pathetic. Oh my god, man. Oh, this is great. I'm sure Saul's didn't even fight Leviabetus, but I have seen him with my own eyes. Oh my god. So it was a fair few years back when I was working as a baker's hand. I was shirking me duties one day, loitering about the harbor when I saw it. A great big massive sea serpent. Some moms off the coast with a fleet of galleons making straight for it. Cannons firing. I was so bloody scared I soiled myself right there and then. What? Oh god, it's just remembering the day that made me soil myself all over again. I can't with this guy, man. I can't. Wait, if you're asking after Leviathan, it means you're planning to fight him, ain't you? Well, take care. He really is terrible, dreadful, I tell you. If you're not careful, you'll end up in his gullet, or at the bottom of the sea. What, you worthless lying horseman? I can't believe you made me handle chocobo dung. Machias, this is Minfilia. Were you able to learn aught of use against the Leviathan? I beg your pardon? Leviathan? I see, that's unfortunate. At any rate, I have tidings for you. The twin vessel is now complete. We await you at the Morby dry docks. Pray make your way here as soon as you're able. Holy crank, man. That's great. Ah, I gotta go to the Morby. Go all the way down. Was it the callback you were expecting? Have you not done any of this? I know that, but I mean like before you did it today. King what? Oh, yeah. The 12th, ever shall his name be forgotten for the great elegance he pursues as he flies through and all the heroics he does. Right? So imagine you could have did it all with me 10 years ago. Almost. I told your jaunt to Greyfleet proved fruitless. My sympathies, lad. I'll wager it served to take your mind off the events of recent days, though. But enough of that nonsense. A moment of truth is upon us. The twin vessel, the Horror Eater. The Horror Eater? The collar is complete, and she surpasses all my expectations. In addition to her prodigious tonnage, she has been fitted with a platform that you and yours might maneuver freely in battle. I would mention also that she is nigh unsinkable. Dude, I'm just thinking about, like, I can't get him off my mind. He's so ridiculous. He's so ridiculous, dude. Oh, Jesus. The Horror Leader and her crew stand ready, my friend. Just give the word and we shall bear you to Leviathan. Oh, cool. Ah, I know that look. You are ready. Having been constructed in some haste, the Whirl Eater may not be pretty, but I assure you she's capable. She has been fitted with what our friends at Naladik and Vamilis are calling an elemental converter. Assuming the thing works, we'll use the power of the corrupted crystals on board to rob Leviathan of his hold over water. Depending on how the battle unfolds, you may well need to activate the device manually. Keep that in mind. It is expected that the Sahagin and their thralls will attempt to come to Leviathan's defense. Accordingly, the Maelstrom will once again employ diversions. Thancred and Y'shtola, I would have you assist this effort. If it is to fulfill its purpose, your diversionary force must not want for numbers. By your leave, I too would volunteer my blade. We would welcome it. Having seen you fight in Sapsa, I dare say the fishbacks will find your presence highly diverting. Thancred and Y'shtola, if you would join the 3rd Levy, and Lady Ugiri the 5th. But what words I have for the man who has made a sport of slaying gods. Only these. Go warily, for the sea is an unforgiving place to wage war. May the navigator guide you through the storm, warrior of light. I know I would echo the Admiral's sentiments and add a few words of my own. Know that we all have the utmost faith in you, Machias. May the crystal bless and keep you. Stoic nod. The Whore Leader is now accessible. The Whore Leader. Hold on a sec, I haven't attuned. I'm attuning. Yeah. Alright, is there somewhere where I can buy food?
I mean, any market board.
Repair gear. Items. That's the issue, I don't see any food vendors.
Now who's not well fed?
If worse comes to worse, I will teleport back and get some food, damn it.
I mean, that's what I was suggesting by the market board.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna do that. Not too far off. Okay. It is busy up in here. Expensive. This guy right here. Oops. Bam.